Okay, so this is just to show how I intend to build the box and attach it somehow to the frame of the pins. So the box will be composed of these four panels, one, two, three, and four, the front one here. They will all be glued together rigidly, and these L frames made out of fiberglass also will be glued to hold them in place. The panels are made out of fiberglass sheets on the external side, and inside is the core is made out of recycled PET, so that's insulated panels, and they are very rigid, so there's no need for any frame inside. The panels themselves are structural and quite light. So now, as this is the frame of the pins here that we can see in green, I've already made some measures and checks, and the frame can move up and down. It's not exactly always flat as you pass over bumps with the wheels. That's normal. At the moment, I measured about 6-10 millimeter difference from one quarter to the next, but it can probably be more than that depending on the situation. So if you attach the box rigidly to the frame, you are likely to encounter problems as the box is rigid and somehow it cannot really deform, so cracks can probably appear. So I need to find a way to for the box to be able to move a little bit in relation to the frame, so it will be able to move up and down, and I will show you how I'm going to do that. It won't be able to move left to right or front to back. Let's see how I want to do that. So basically, you see this L profile here. That's made also out of fiberglass, and that red profile will be attached rigidly to the frame. So if we can see at the frame of the pins, this gray part here, it's here on the picture, so you can see I've removed one panel already, and that's the lip here that goes on one side and also another one on the other side. I still have to remove the panel here. So basically, this red L profile will be attached to the frame. The L profile can deform a bit, it's made out of fiberglass, but I will reuse the holes here to bolt that frame or that L profile, sorry, to the frame. So that's the red one, which is again attached to the pin's frame. Now that panel will be protected by another L profile made out of fiberglass as well. This one will be glued to the panel, so it will be kept together. This is in order to protect the core foam that is exposed here at the bottom. So this is just for protection, basically. Now the thing is how to allow movement between the frame and the panel. So let's move here. We can see a bit better. So I kind of a cross section of this setup. So you see the red profile that is attached to the frame of the pins. You see the panel and another profile that is glued to the panel. Um, in order that this thing can move up and down, what I intend to do is use this black membrane here. This is made out of EPDM. EPDM is synthetic rubber, which is very tough, resistant to ultraviolet. You can clearly use that in outside. It's used in the automotive industry for seals and different things, so it's quite resistant. It can be stretched without breaking. Most likely, I will go for a 2 millimeter membrane. The top of the membrane will be fixed to the panel, probably glued. I will try to avoid to use bolts and screws here. gluing this membrane will be better. I've checked already. There are specific glues for EPDM. I've worked already with EPDM before. For example, with 3M VHB tape is pretty good to glue that, and it's quite resistant. So that EPDM membrane on top will be attached to the panel. It will go down along the side and will be clamped on the side of the pin. So basically I will remove this wooden bar today that is bolted to the side of the pins and replace it with aluminum profile that will be screwed into the pins, so the EPDM membrane will be clamped here and won't be able to move. So this way I can also easily remove that aluminum profile and lift the membrane to inspect there. The membrane will also allow for to have a watertight area here, so the water will not be able to enter. It will slide out of this also, the dust and anything that can get into this joint. So basically with this, I can animate a bit. The panel will be able to go up and down and held in place with this EPDM band that will run all along the frame on both sides, also in front of the box, so that can go up and down only for about maybe 10-20 millimeters should be sufficient. Yeah, so that's how I intend to do that. If we go back here, so basically these 4 panels will be able to go up and down, but won't be able to go left and right. I will probably put some guides here so that the base of the panels cannot move laterally from right to left. And also in front on the same, I will actually have just maybe get this out of the way. The same system here, this EPDM band will be attached to this part of the frame and will retain the front panel as well, so that it does not move out, and some guides as well here to hold the panels so that it cannot move back or front to rear. Yes, and so there will be this EPDM band running all around the box, front, left, and right, and that should be sufficient to hold it in place. There will be some wind pressure when I drive on this part, but again, the box is rigidly fixed all together, all these panels, so I don't expect much movement of the box. Eventually, I can probably put some sliding screws into that that wall here, and that would retain the box front to rear and still allow the box to go up and down if need be. So that's the idea for now, to use this system to have a box that can still move and not break when the frame of the pins is moving. So that's the idea. Your feedback is welcome, of course.